Did you know that what you do in the first hour after waking up could silently determine whether you'll live to 90 or not? It's not a scare tactic. It's a hidden truth, one that modern science is only beginning to understand. Most people don't realize that aging isn't something that happens suddenly. It doesn't come crashing down like a storm. It happens quietly in the background, one neglected morning at a time. You see, every choice you make in the first 60 minutes of your day, what you drink, how you move, how you think, either speeds up the clock or slows it down. Tiny missteps, big consequences. Think of it this way. Let's say you skip breakfast. You wake up, reach for your phone, scroll for half an hour. You pour a cup of coffee, skip water, and stay inside in dim light. It feels normal, ordinary. But over time, that morning routine robs your brain of oxygen, disrupts your hormones, and accelerates cell damage. Subtly, silently, but consistently. These choices don't just lead to a bad morning. They stack. Like compounding interest in a bad investment, they drain your body, your mind, your energy, and eventually your years. But it doesn't have to be that way. Not everyone walks that path. The story of Walter. Let me introduce you to Walter. At age 65, Walter stood at a crossroads, just like many people do. He had retired, but something didn't feel right. He was tired. He watched his lifelong friends slowly decline. Heart problems, memory loss, slower steps, empty days. Retirement wasn't the golden chapter he'd hoped for. It was becoming a slow and lonely unraveling. Walter knew he had a choice. He didn't have perfect genes. In fact, most of his family never made it past 75. He didn't have money for expensive health retreats or luxury supplements. But he had curiosity. He began to ask, what do the people who live the longest do differently? So he started reading, watching, testing, and little by little, he changed how he began his mornings. Nothing dramatic. Number 5 a.m., ice baths. No 90-minute yoga sessions. Just 7 small changes, 7 habits, all done before 9 a.m. He started them at 65, and he never stopped. Today, Walter is 93. He still drives, still walks without assistance, still gardens, still laughs, still feels like himself. He's not just alive. He's vibrant, present, joyful. He's the man people look at and whisper, I hope I age like him. The secret isn't genetics or luck. Walter's transformation wasn't magic, and it certainly wasn't genetic luck. His family history proves that. It was intentional living through the power of morning rituals. He didn't rely on willpower. He relied on rhythm, because your body, your cells, your mind, they respond to patterns. And when you get the morning pattern right, everything else follows. Better sleep, stronger muscles, sharper memory, even reduced risk of disease. So today we're diving deep into the 7 powerful morning habits that gave Walter and thousands like him not just more time on earth, but more life in their years. Habits that are simple, sustainable, scientifically backed. Habits you can start tomorrow, regardless of your age, background, or health history. This isn't about chasing immortality. It's about embracing vitality. If you've ever wondered how to truly thrive after 60, 70, or even 80, this may be the most important video you watch this year. Let's begin. Habit 1. Immediate hydration. Let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you drank water before coffee in the morning? For most people, the answer is almost never. But what if I told you that this one small choice, what you drink in the very first minute of your day, can have a profound effect on your energy, your brain, your kidneys, and even how long you live? Let's unpack something that most people don't realize. Waking up. Dehydrated body. When you sleep, you lose moisture through breathing, sweating, and cellular activity. You're not sipping water through the night. Your body is working. Your organs, your brain, your blood, they're all functioning quietly for 6 to 8 hours. And in that time, you become what doctors call mildly dehydrated. It may sound minor, but it isn't. Here's what happens when you wake up even slightly dehydrated. Your blood thickens, making your heart work harder to pump it. Your brain slows down, causing fog, poor memory, and mood changes. Your kidneys suffer as toxins build up with less fluid to flush them out. Your cells age faster, and your body starts the day in a stressed, acidic state. It's like trying to drive with your oil light on. You can do it, but you'll wear out the engine faster. Now here's the kicker. Most people wake up and reach for coffee or tea, but caffeine is a diuretic, which means it makes you lose even more water. So instead of helping the body, it sends it deeper into dehydration, and that sets the tone for the rest of your day. Fatigue, poor digestion, slower circulation, even joint stiffness. But there's a simple, powerful solution. Centenarian secret: water before anything. People who live past 100, known as centenarians, have many differences in their cultures, diets, and lifestyles. But one surprising thing many of them share: they start the day with water. Not coffee, not juice, not protein shakes, just water. In Okinawa, Japan, a famous blue zone, elders often begin the day with a warm glass of water with lemon or turmeric. In Sardinia, Italy, centenarians sip room temperature water before breakfast. In Loma Linda, California, health-conscious elders hydrate before meditation or prayer. Why? Because they understand that water is not just hydration, it's cellular life support. It kickstarts digestion, detoxifies the liver, lubricates joints, supports brain function, and wakes up the cardiovascular system. Sylvia's story, the kidney comeback. Let me tell you about Sylvia. At 72, Sylvia felt exhausted. Not the kind of tired you can sleep off, the kind that feels like your body is giving up. Her doctor had delivered grim news. Her kidneys were declining, fast. She was one stage away from needing dialysis. Sylvia was scared, but also stubborn. One day, a young nurse said something simple. Try drinking water first thing in the morning. Before anything, just 16 ounces, give it 2 months. It sounded almost too easy, but Sylvia was willing to try anything. So that night, she filled a glass of water and put it by her bed. The next morning, she drank it before she even stood up. And she did it again and again. She didn't change her diet, didn't take new medications. She just committed to that one habit, hydrating before anything else. After 60 days, her doctor was stunned. Her kidney function, measured through something called eGFR, had improved by 28%. No dialysis, no emergency meds, just water. Today, Sylvia is 78. Her labs are stable. Her energy is back. She walks daily and volunteers twice a week. And she still starts every day with that one habit, hydration before movement. The science: morning blood sludging. Here's where science backs this up. According to Dr. Jessica Rothman, a Harvard-trained nephrologist, there's a dangerous phenomenon that happens during sleep. Morning blood sludging occurs due to overnight dehydration. The blood becomes thicker, slower, and more acidic, raising the risk for blood clots, high blood pressure, and cellular aging. Dr. Rothman's research found that people who waited 2 or more hours to hydrate in the morning had a 31% faster rate of biological aging compared to those who drank water within the first 10 minutes of waking. That means hydration isn't just about thirst, it's about slowing time down inside your body. What water does in the first 10 minutes: when you drink 16 to 20 ounces of water shortly after waking up, you replenish vital fluids lost overnight, kickstart brain function, flush toxins from kidneys and liver, improve digestion and metabolism, lower blood viscosity, thickness, easing strain on the heart, reduce joint pain and inflammation, create a healthy alkaline environment for your cells. In short, you reboot your system like restarting a phone that's been glitching. Except in this case, the phone is your body. Action plan: make it automatic. So what can you do? Here's your step-by-step. Tonight before bed, pour a full glass or bottle of water, about 16 to 20 ounces. Place it on your nightstand or somewhere visible. Tomorrow morning, the moment you wake up, before scrolling, walking, or even brushing your teeth, drink it. Don't wait. Don't overthink it. Room temperature is ideal. It's easier on the stomach and more readily absorbed by your system. Optional additions for extra benefits: a squeeze of lemon, boosts liver detox and vitamin C. A pinch of sea salt helps with electrolyte balance. A dash of turmeric or ginger, anti-inflammatory. Repeat daily. Make it as non-negotiable as brushing your teeth. This is not a diet, not a trend. It's a ritual, a simple anchor for your day that quietly transforms your health. In the long run, do this daily and you may notice fewer headaches, better digestion, clearer thinking, more energy, improved kidney function, smoother joints, and perhaps most importantly, slower aging. Small habit, big impact, long life. Start your day with what your body truly needs: water. Let your first action be a healing one, a message to every cell in your body: I choose life today. Habit 2. Exposure to natural morning light. Here's a question you've probably never been asked. What's the first thing your eyes see in the morning? Is it your phone screen? A ceiling fan? Maybe the soft glow of a bedroom lamp? Whatever it is, there's a powerful force you're likely missing. And it could be the difference between waking up alive and waking up aging. That force is natural morning light. Let me explain why that matters more than you think. Light is not just brightness, it's a signal. To most of us, light just helps us see. But to your biology, light is communication. It sends a message to your body's internal systems. It's morning. It's time to wake up, time to balance hormones, time to repair. When natural sunlight enters your eyes, particularly within the first 30 minutes of waking, it triggers a cascade of life-extending processes. It resets your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. It balances the release of cortisol and melatonin. It activates your metabolism and your brain's alertness systems. It stimulates serotonin, the feel-good hormone that lifts mood and focus. And hours later, it helps your body produce melatonin, the deep sleep hormone that promotes healing and cellular repair. This one habit, just 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight exposure in the morning, can improve sleep, memory, blood pressure, immune function, and even help prevent neurodegenerative diseases. That's not an exaggeration. That's published science. The Science, Sunlight, and Longevity. The National Institute on Aging conducted a 12-year study of older adults and their circadian rhythms. They found something astonishing. People who got sunlight within 30 minutes of waking produced 73% more melatonin at night than those who didn't. Why does that matter? Because melatonin isn't just a sleep hormone. It's also a powerful antioxidant. It reduces inflammation, protects the brain, supports heart health, and helps the body repair damaged cells. In essence, more melatonin equals more restoration equals slower aging. Other studies have shown that morning sunlight exposure improves blood sugar regulation, metabolism and fat-burning immune system efficiency, bone density, mood and mental health, cognitive sharpness. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, said this: "Getting natural light in your eyes early in the day is the most powerful thing you can do to stabilize your sleep, mood, metabolism, and energy, especially as you age." Benjamin's story. From sleepless to rested. Let me tell you about Benjamin. At 75, Benjamin had been battling chronic insomnia for almost 20 years. He tried it all: melatonin pills, sound machines, sleeping masks, herbal teas, meditation apps. Nothing lasted. Then one day during a routine checkup, his doctor said something unexpected. "Stop everything else. Just do one thing. Go outside within 10 minutes of waking. Every day. No sunglasses, no excuses." Benjamin was skeptical, but he gave it a try. Every morning he walked outside and stood in the sun for 10 minutes. Sometimes he sat quietly with a cup of tea. Sometimes he stretched. Sometimes he just stood still. By day 7, he was falling asleep faster. By week 2, he was sleeping through the night. For the first time in decades, his blood pressure dropped 15 points. His mood improved. His energy returned. His wife said, "You're smiling again." All from light, not pills, not treatments, just letting nature in. Light, hormones, and your health. Here's what's happening behind the scenes when sunlight enters your eyes in the morning. Your retina absorbs natural light, particularly the blue wavelength in early sunlight. That light signals the suprachiasmatic nucleus, your body's master clock. This sets off the circadian timer, your internal schedule for wakefulness and rest. Cortisol rises to help you feel alert and focused, but not stressed. Serotonin rises, improving mood, memory, and metabolism. And 14 to 16 hours later, melatonin rises, triggering deep, high-quality sleep. Every day this rhythm repeats, your body becomes more aligned with nature, more rested, more regulated, more resilient, and the best part? It's free and available every morning. Options for everyone, no matter your mobility or weather. You might be thinking, what if I can't go outside? What if it's raining or I live in a place without much sun? That's okay. You still have powerful options. Option 1. Step outside for 10 to 15 minutes. Go onto your porch, balcony, or backyard. No sunglasses. Let the light enter your eyes naturally, but don't stare at the sun. If possible, combine it with light movement. Walk, stretch, breathe. Do it within 10 to 30 minutes of waking. Option 2. Open a window. If going outside isn't possible, open a window or door. Sit beside it and let the natural light hit your face and eyes. Even ambient light helps trigger your internal rhythms. Option 3. Use a full-spectrum light therapy lamp. These lamps mimic natural daylight, 10,000 lux, ideal for dark winters or mobility-challenged individuals. Use within 30 minutes of waking for 10 to 20 minutes. Bonus tip, combine your light exposure with habit 1, hydration. Drink your water in the light, and you'll amplify the benefits of both. The cumulative effect, days become decades. Doing this for one morning is good. Doing it every morning becomes a biological rhythm, a rhythm that balances your hormones, optimizes your energy, improves your immune defenses, sharpens your mind, deepens your sleep, slows your aging. It's like setting the tempo for your entire orchestra of organs. And when it's in sync, the music of your body becomes vibrant again. Final thought. Will you step into the light? Light is not just illumination. It is life's first language, spoken through sunbeams and shadows. Every morning you have a choice, to let your body wake up in confusion, under artificial light, or to step outside and give your body the signal it's been waiting for. It's time to wake up. It's time to heal. You are alive. So tomorrow morning, before the noise of the day begins, step into the light and let your path to 90, maybe even 100, begin with the sun on your face. Habit 3, gentle movement before breakfast. You wake up, you stretch a little, but there it is again, that stiffness in your knees, your hips, your lower back. It's almost like your body is whispering, I'm not ready yet. But what if that stiffness isn't just a normal part of aging? What if it's your body warning you, gently, quietly, that it needs your attention before you move on with your day? Because that morning stiffness is more than just discomfort. Stiffness is a signal, not a sentence. Here's the truth. That tight, aching feeling in the morning, it's not random. It's your body trying to tell you something. When we sleep, our joints remain still for hours. Fluids settle, muscles cool, connective tissue begins to contract, and without movement, the body enters a state of inflammatory priming, ready to inflame if triggered. That's why remaining sedentary in the morning is risky. It activates pathways that increase inflammation, degrade cartilage, stiffen fascia and tendons, reduce synovial fluid, the natural lubricant in your joints, and sap your energy before the day has even begun. But the solution is beautifully simple. The power of 5 to 10 minutes. It's not about running or doing push-ups or sweating. It's about gentle motion. Just 5 to 10 minutes of slow, intentional movement after waking can rehydrate your joints, stimulate your lymphatic system, loosen tight fascia, reduce inflammation, and reboot your energy at the cellular level. Think of it as lubricating your life before your day begins. Harriet's story, a life rewritten in 7 minutes. Let me introduce you to Harriet. She was 68. She loved gardening, but over the years her knees had stiffened so much she needed help walking downstairs. Eventually the diagnosis came: degenerative joint disease. Surgery was scheduled, but then during one final pre-op visit, her physical therapist paused and said, "Before you go under the knife, just try this. 7 minutes of gentle morning movement, every day, before breakfast. No excuses." Harriet was skeptical. 7 minutes? How could that help? But she tried it. She began her mornings with simple movements, ankle circles, slow walks in place, light stretches, no pressure, no pain, just movement. 3 months later, her stiffness was gone. The surgery canceled. Harriet went back to gardening, without a walker, without fear, all because of 7 minutes. The science, morning movement, and autophagy. According to researchers at the Mayo Clinic, morning movement does more than just loosen you up. It activates autophagy. What is autophagy? It's your body's natural way of cleaning itself. Think of it like spring cleaning for your cells. It clears out damaged proteins, toxins, and old cellular debris that cause joint deterioration and chronic pain. The Mayo Clinic found that morning motion increases autophagy, reducing joint degeneration by up to 65% in older adults. Other benefits? Improved lymph flow, your body's waste removal system, stabilized blood sugar and metabolism, enhanced oxygen circulation, decreased fall risk due to better balance and flexibility. It's not just movement, it's medicine. 5 simple morning movements, no equipment needed. You don't need a mat. You don't need a routine. You don't even need to leave your bedroom. Here are 5 gentle movements that lubricate your joints, wake up your fascia, and set your day in motion. 1. Ankle circles. Sit on the edge of your bed. Gently lift one foot and rotate your ankle in a slow circle. 5 times clockwise, 5 counterclockwise. Switch legs. This restores circulation and reduces swelling. 2. Arm rolls. Stand or sit upright. Extend your arms out to the sides and roll them forward 10 times, then backward 10 times. This opens the shoulders and activates the lymphatic system. 3. Hip sways. Stand with feet shoulder width apart. Gently sway your hips from side to side as if dancing slowly. This loosens the hips and strengthens core balance. 4. Side body stretches. Reach your right arm over your head and gently bend to the left. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch sides. This opens up tight fascia along the ribs and spine. 5. March in place. Lift your knees one at a time in place. Keep your movement soft, rhythmic, and pain-free. Do this for 2 to 3 minutes to get blood flowing. You can choose any combination. The key is not perfection, but consistency. Bonus tips for success. Pair movement with sunlight. Habit 2. Do your stretches outside or near a window. Breathe deeply while moving. Oxygen increases circulation and cell regeneration. Use music if it lifts your mood. Let the rhythm carry your body into motion. Don't wait for motivation. Build the ritual. Lay out a small movement plan the night before. And remember, this isn't about breaking a sweat. This is lubrication for your joints, stimulation for your cells, and preparation for your day. The bigger picture. What happens when you do this day after day? You reduce the need for surgeries and medications. You strengthen your independence. You decrease fall risk. You reclaim comfort, balance, and freedom of motion. Over time, these gentle daily movements become your body's love language. It says, "I care enough to keep you moving. I respect your aging process. I choose vitality." Final thought. Move before you munch. Before you make coffee. Before you open your phone. Before breakfast. Move. Even for just a few minutes. Because those moments of motion send a powerful message to your body. You're alive. You're healing. Let's begin again. And if you listen to your stiffness as a signal, not a sentence, then each morning becomes a new chance to reclaim the flexibility of life. Habit 4, the 30-second breathing practice. What if I told you that a simple 30-second practice could change your stress response and even slow your aging process? It's true. It's not about meditation or deep philosophy. It's about breathing. Because when it comes to aging, your breath holds the secret to more than just relaxation. It's the key to your health, your vitality, and your longevity. Why breathing works for longevity? When you breathe, your body listens. Your breath sends signals to your nervous system, telling it whether to activate the fight or flight response, preparing your body for danger, or to switch to rest and digest mode, where healing, recovery, and regeneration take place. Most of us are stuck in fight or flight mode, especially in the morning. The rush to get up, check emails, deal with worries, it all keeps our system stressed. But the truth is, stress accelerates aging. It ages your cells, it wears down your organs, it saps your energy. Yet with just 30 seconds of conscious breathing every morning, you can change the game. You can teach your body to move from survival mode to thriving mode. Science breathing for youth. Dr. Michael Cohen, a renowned expert on aging and stress, studied elderly populations in Sardinia, Italy, where people live extraordinarily long, healthy lives. One thing stood out in his research: intentional breathing. Every morning, these elders would take a few moments to focus on their breath. No elaborate rituals, just deep, mindful breathing. And the results? Lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone. Better heart rate variability, a sign of a resilient, adaptable nervous system. Health markers including blood pressure, immunity, and even mental clarity that were 30 years younger than their peers in other parts of the world. They didn't need fancy gadgets or supplements. They simply used breath to reset their bodies and minds. The 478th breathing method. You might be wondering, how does this work? Here's the 478 method, a simple yet powerful way to activate your body's vagus nerve, which is the main communicator between your brain and the rest of your body. The vagus nerve helps control your heart rate, digestion, and stress response. When activated, it signals your body that it's safe to relax. It tells your nervous system that there is no danger and it's time to heal, grow, and regenerate. Here's how it works. Inhale for 4 seconds. Slowly breathe in through your nose, allowing your lungs to fill with fresh air. Feel the expansion in your chest and abdomen. Hold for 7 seconds. Pause and allow the breath to settle within your body. Don't rush this part. Feel the stillness. Exhale for 8 seconds. Slowly release your breath through your mouth, making a soft whooshing sound. Let go of tension with each exhale. Repeat 3 to 4 times. That's it. You've just activated your vagus nerve and told your body, it's okay to relax, it's time to heal. I'm safe. Why this works, immediate impact. Let's take a moment to reflect on how this short exercise affects your body. 1. Cortisol reduction. Cortisol is your body's main stress hormone. High cortisol levels are linked to higher inflammation, weight gain, weakened immunity, and accelerated aging. By using the 478 method, you lower your cortisol levels and calm your nervous system, setting a positive tone for your entire day. 2. Heart rate variability, HRV. HRV measures the time between each heartbeat. The higher your HRV, the more adaptable and resilient your body is to stress. Breathing exercises, especially the 478 method, increase HRV, which indicates a stronger, more balanced nervous system, and a body that is better equipped to handle stress without deteriorating. 3. Deeper sleep and better mental clarity. Intentional breathing helps balance your autonomic nervous system, which improves your sleep quality. When you lower your cortisol and increase your parasympathetic activity, it leads to better sleep, deeper, more restorative sleep. This translates to better energy, mental clarity, and mood the next day. Try this right now, a quick 478 practice. Let's do this together. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale slowly for 8 seconds. Make a soft whooshing sound as you exhale. Repeat this 3 to 4 times. How do you feel now? In just 30 seconds, you've shifted your body into healing mode. Your stress response has calmed down. Your heart rate is stabilizing. Your mind is clear. That's the power of breathing. A simple morning ritual for a longer life. The best part? You don't need to do anything complicated. No expensive equipment, no long meditation sessions. Just 30 seconds each morning, right after your morning light and hydration. Remember habit 1 and habit 2. This small, simple habit will add years to your life by reducing stress and promoting healthier aging. The bigger picture, consistency is key. Incorporate the 4-7-8 breathing method into your morning routine, and over time, you'll start to see results. Less anxiety, more energy, better digestion, more youthful vitality. The secret isn't in big, dramatic changes. It's in small, sustainable habits. So tomorrow morning, before you rush into your day, drink your water. Habit 1. Step into the light. Habit 2. Move gently. Habit 3. And take 30 seconds to breathe deeply and activate your body's healing system. It's that simple. Final thought. Your breath is your bridge. Every breath you take is a reminder that you are alive, a reminder that you have the power to shift your body and mind, to choose calm over chaos and health over stress. The 4-7-8 method is your bridge from stress to peace, from survival to thriving. Will you take that bridge every morning? Your future self will thank you. Habit 5. A protein plus fiber-rich breakfast. When you wake up in the morning, your body is like a car that's just been sitting overnight. It's been resting, but now it needs fuel to get moving. The question is, what kind of fuel are you putting into your body? Is your breakfast helping you live longer, or is it pushing you closer to chronic disease? The problem? Most American breakfasts are sugar bombs. Think about it. Toast, juice, cereal, pastries. They may taste good, but these foods spike your insulin, cause inflammation, and, over time, accelerate aging. They send your body into a sugar rush, only to crash an hour later, leaving you sluggish and craving more unhealthy food. But here's the good news. There's a solution. The solution: protein plus fiber-rich breakfast. What if the first meal of your day could actually flip your metabolism into repair mode instead of damaging it? That's exactly what happens when you start your day with a protein plus fiber-rich breakfast. Research shows that having 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber within the first hour of waking up does something amazing. It triggers your metabolism to shift from a storage mode to a repair mode. That means your body starts repairing itself rather than storing fat, reducing inflammation, and improving insulin sensitivity, all of which are crucial for longevity. Gerald's story: from pre-diabetic to thriving. Let's take Gerald's story, for example. Gerald was 68 and he was heading down a concerning path. He was pre-diabetic, his blood sugar was high, and he had ongoing inflammation, the kind of chronic, low-grade inflammation linked to diseases like heart disease, arthritis, and Alzheimer's. His doctor suggested medication, but Gerald didn't want to go that route. Instead, Gerald decided to make one simple change: his breakfast. For the next 6 months, Gerald replaced his sugary, carb-heavy breakfast with protein and fiber-rich meals. He swapped out cereal for eggs, added avocado, and started his day with a high-protein, high-fiber meal every single morning. The results? Gerald's blood sugar normalized, his inflammation dropped, and he felt better than he had in years. The secret? It wasn't medication, it wasn't some miracle supplement. It was his breakfast, a nutrient-dense start to his day that repaired his body instead of sabotaging it. Your longevity plate: what to eat for breakfast. So what does a protein plus fiber-rich breakfast actually look like? Let's take a look at some options. Eggs plus spinach plus avocado. Eggs are an excellent source of protein, while spinach provides fiber and antioxidants. Add a slice of avocado for healthy fats and a touch of flavor. Greek yogurt plus berries plus chia. Greek yogurt is packed with protein and probiotics, which help your gut health. Add berries for fiber, antioxidants, and a sweet touch. Chia seeds are loaded with fiber and omega-3s, perfect for digestion and heart health. Oats with walnuts and flaxseed oats are rich in fiber, particularly soluble fiber, which helps lower cholesterol and regulate blood sugar. Add walnuts for protein and healthy fats. Flaxseed is a fiber powerhouse, perfect for digestive health. Tofu scramble with sautéed veggies. For a plant-based option, try a tofu scramble packed with protein and sautéed vegetables. Add a handful of spinach, mushrooms, or bell peppers for added fiber and nutrients. The science behind protein plus fiber for longevity. But why does protein and fiber work so well for your metabolism? Let's break it down. 1. Protein, your body's building blocks. Protein is essential for muscle maintenance, cell repair, and overall tissue function. As you age, muscle mass naturally declines, a process known as sarcopenia. However, consuming sufficient protein helps prevent muscle loss, boosts metabolism, and supports recovery after exercise. Protein also helps regulate insulin sensitivity, an important factor in aging and disease prevention. By stabilizing blood sugar, it reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes and supports heart health. 2. Fiber, the key to digestion and longevity. Fiber, especially soluble fiber, is your body's best friend when it comes to digestion. It binds to cholesterol and helps flush it out of your system, reducing the risk of heart disease. It also helps regulate blood sugar levels, which is crucial for aging gracefully. By slowing the digestion of carbohydrates, fiber prevents blood sugar spikes and inflammation, two factors linked to chronic diseases. Fiber also plays a role in gut health, which is becoming increasingly recognized as a cornerstone of overall well-being. A healthy gut can improve immune function, reduce inflammation, and even impact your mental health. The breakfast trap: why sugar-filled meals don't help. Let's compare this with the typical sugary breakfast many people rely on. Toast with jam or jelly. This is a quick carb that spikes insulin and doesn't offer lasting energy. Cereal. While it might seem healthy, many cereals are packed with sugar and refined grains, which raise blood sugar and contribute to weight gain. Pastries. Filled with sugar, butter, and refined flour, pastries spike insulin levels and promote fat storage. These breakfasts cause a blood sugar roller coaster. First, you get an energy rush, followed by a crash, leading to fatigue, hunger, and cravings for more sugar. Make this a daily habit. Your action plan. Tomorrow morning, instead of reaching for a sugary snack or carb-heavy meal, try this. Choose a breakfast that includes at least 25 grams of protein, eggs, Greek yogurt, tofu, etc., and 8 grams of fiber, berries, oats, flax seeds, vegetables. Skip the sugary cereals, juices, or pastries. Stay consistent. This isn't about one meal. It's about making a shift in your daily routine to fuel your body the right way. The takeaway: your metabolic destiny breakfast isn't just a meal, it's a metabolic destiny. The choices you make in the morning set the tone for the rest of the day. A protein and fiber-rich breakfast can help you control your metabolism, stabilize your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and ultimately add years to your life. By focusing on the quality of your first meal, you're giving your body the tools it needs to repair, regenerate, and thrive, so you can keep moving, feeling good, and living well for years to come. Will you try this tomorrow? Will you make that shift toward longevity? Habit 6. Morning social connection. Did you know that loneliness can actually be more dangerous than smoking 15 cigarettes a day? It's true, and here's the thing. If you want to live longer, more vibrant years, one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can build is a morning social connection. You might be wondering, how can chatting with someone really have that much of an impact on my health? Well, let's dive into the science behind it, the science of social connection. A long-term study out of Harvard University has tracked over 80 years of data showing that morning social interaction can reduce all-cause mortality by 29%. That means people who regularly interact with others in the morning have a 29% lower chance of dying from any cause over a long period of time compared to those who isolate themselves. And the reason behind this is simple. Social connection plays a crucial role in balancing your neurotransmitters, the chemicals in your brain that regulate your mood and health. Neurotransmitters and their power. When you socialize, your brain releases a cocktail of feel-good chemicals. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, promotes feelings of trust, connection, and warmth. Dopamine, the reward neurotransmitter, boosts motivation, pleasure, and emotional well-being. Serotonin, the mood stabilizer, helps regulate mood, sleep, and digestion. These chemicals set your body on a healing trajectory, lowering stress and inflammation, improving heart health, and ultimately contributing to longevity. Simply put, your morning interactions can set the tone for your day and your life. Okinawa, Japan, the wisdom of centenarians. Let's take a look at the remarkable island of Okinawa, Japan, where the highest percentage of centenarians, people over 100 years old, live. Okinawans start their day with short, simple conversations, and it's part of the reason why they enjoy such long, healthy lives. One Okinawan centenarian, a 97-year-old woman, shared this insight. If I don't talk to someone before 10 a.m., my day feels off. It's the small, consistent connections that make a difference. Whether it's a conversation with a friend, a neighbor, or even a casual chat at the market, these little moments create bonds that promote a deep sense of well-being. Action plan: how to create your morning social connections. Now that you understand the powerful benefits, how can you make morning social connection a part of your daily routine? It doesn't need to be a big production. In fact, simplicity is key. Here are a few simple ways to integrate social connection into your morning. Call a friend. During breakfast, pick up the phone and chat with a friend or family member while you eat. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of connection can boost your mood and your health. Say hello to a neighbor. If you take a morning walk, greet someone along the way. That small exchange of pleasantries can elevate your day and theirs. Chat with a family member. Share a few words with your spouse, children, or roommates. Simple conversations over coffee or breakfast can help foster a sense of closeness and belonging. Smile at the cashier or barista. Don't underestimate the power of a smile and a kind word. Even brief interactions, like with a cashier or barista, help you engage with others in a meaningful way. Why it works. Here's the thing. Connection isn't a luxury, it's a longevity fuel. We were biologically designed to live in community. Humans are social creatures, and we thrive when we interact with others. Whether it's a few words with a friend, a smile from a stranger, or a longer conversation with a loved one, these moments build your emotional resilience, boost your immune system, and help you handle life's stresses. So why wait for later in the day? Start early and let social interactions be the first nourishing fuel you give your body and mind. The takeaway: longevity through connection. In a world where technology often keeps us isolated, taking a few minutes each morning to connect with someone can be a game changer for your health. By starting your day with a simple conversation, you'll be setting your body up for emotional balance, stress reduction, and better overall health. Will you start making social connection a non-negotiable part of your morning routine tomorrow? You don't have to change the world, just change your small moments. Habit 7, morning purpose ritual. The final habit is the most powerful of all, and it takes no more than 2 minutes. That's right, just 2 minutes. It's purpose. Ikigai, a Japanese word that translates to reason to get up in the morning, is linked to a significantly longer life expectancy. People with a strong sense of purpose have been shown to live 7 to 10 years longer on average than those without it. The science of purpose studies have demonstrated that people who wake up every day with a clear sense of purpose experience better health outcomes, including more effective immune function. Their bodies fight off illness and disease with greater strength. Sharper mental faculties. Their minds remain clear and focused as they age. Reduced stress. They experience less anxiety because they have a direction to move toward. A study from the Rush University Medical Center found that adults with a strong sense of purpose were 50% less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease and other forms of cognitive decline. Your purpose acts as an anchor in your life, giving you meaning and direction, which in turn gives you the energy and motivation to care for your body, mind, and soul. Walter's ritual, a simple morning practice. Let me introduce you to Walter, our 93-year-old friend who's been defying the odds for nearly 3 decades. Every morning, Walter does one thing that sets the tone for his entire day. He asks himself 3 simple questions. Who can I help today? What am I grateful for? What small thing can I do with love? This morning ritual isn't about grand goals or achievements. It's about small, intentional acts. Things that don't require a huge amount of time or effort, but have a profound impact on how Walter feels throughout the day. Walter doesn't have to run a marathon every morning. He doesn't need to climb a mountain or solve world problems. It's about these small acts done daily with purpose. And it's exactly this that has contributed to his vitality, his mental sharpness, and his continued sense of joy at 93. Your purpose practice, how to start. You don't need to wait for an epiphany to begin living with purpose. Here's how to begin your own morning purpose ritual, a practice that will only take 2 minutes but will set your day and your life on a transformative path. Write one thing. You're grateful for gratitude is the foundation of purpose. When you acknowledge the good in your life, whether big or small, you shift your mind into a positive, appreciative state. Examples: I'm grateful for my health today, or I'm grateful for the love in my life. Visualize a small act of kindness. Picture something small you can do today to brighten someone else's day. It could be as simple as offering a compliment, lending a helping hand, or listening to someone who needs to talk. You'll find that these acts of kindness don't just help others, they make you feel good too. They remind you of your purpose, your role in the world, and your capacity to contribute. Remind yourself, I am still here for a reason. This final step is a reminder of your value. No matter how old you are, no matter where you are in life, there's a reason you're still here, and it's to live with intention, to make an impact, and to experience joy. This small affirmation helps ground you and reinforce your sense of purpose, reminding you that you matter and your life has meaning every day. The power of starting with meaning. When you begin your day not with obligation, but with meaning, you set yourself up for success, physically, emotionally, and mentally. It's not about racing through your day or checking off a to-do list. It's about slowing down, aligning with your deeper values, and focusing on what truly matters. By simply integrating these small rituals of purpose, gratitude, and kindness into your morning routine, you will notice a shift not just in your mindset, but in your entire life. You'll start to feel more energized, more connected to others, and more confident that each day has something important to offer. The takeaway: live with purpose. Purpose is the secret sauce to a longer, more fulfilling life. It doesn't need to come from a grand quest. It can come from the smallest acts of kindness and gratitude. But make no mistake, it is the difference between living passively and living actively with intention. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself those 3 questions. Who can I help today? What am I grateful for? What small thing can I do with love? These are the seeds of longevity and well-being. As we come to the close of this journey, let's take a moment to recap the 7 morning habits that have the power to help you live to 90 and beyond with vitality, joy, and purpose. These habits are simple, free, and proven by the world's longest-lived people. They don't require complex routines or expensive programs. They just require your commitment to a better life. The 7 morning habits that help you live longer. Hydrate immediately. The foundation of good health starts with water. Hydrating first thing in the morning supports every system in your body, from your heart to your kidneys. It's the easiest and most effective way to set the tone for your day. Get natural sunlight exposure to morning light doesn't just wake you up. It resets your internal clock, supports better sleep, boosts mood, and enhances metabolism. It's nature's medicine, available to us every day. Move gently before eating. A little movement before breakfast can prevent stiffness, improve blood flow, and boost energy levels. This doesn't mean intense exercise. It's about greasing the wheels of your body with gentle motion. Practice deep breathing. With just 30 seconds of deep breathing, you can activate your body's natural healing systems, lower stress, and start the day with a calm mind and rejuvenated body. Eat a protein plus fiber-rich breakfast. Skip the sugar and fuel your body with the nutrients it needs to keep blood sugar stable and energy levels high. A good breakfast with protein and fiber will give you a steady source of energy throughout the day. Connect with someone. Human connection is more than just a social luxury. It's essential for your longevity. Just a simple conversation or smile can trigger healing neurotransmitters, reduce stress, and help you feel less isolated. Anchor your morning in purpose. Purpose isn't something to chase, it's something to nurture every morning. A small ritual of gratitude and intention can shift your mindset, help you focus on what truly matters, and keep you grounded in the present moment. A simple yet powerful truth. These 7 habits are easy to implement. They don't require money, they don't require a gym membership, and they don't demand hours of your time. They just require consistency and a willingness to invest in your future self. When you commit to these practices, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. You're choosing to live with vitality, purpose, and connection every single day. You're embracing a mindset that rewards longevity, not just by surviving, but by thriving. Your invitation to a better tomorrow. This is your invitation to something truly transformative. Every sunrise offers you a new chance to make choices that will support your health, your happiness, and your longevity. Will you take that chance tomorrow morning? Because here's the truth. Longevity isn't found in a pill. It's built in your morning, your habits, your intentions, and the way you choose to start your day. A final thought. It's not just about living longer. It's about living better. Living with intention, living with purpose, living with joy. Every decision you make in the morning sends a signal to your body and your mind. This is the day I choose to thrive. That's the power of these habits. They work together to create a life of energy, health, and fulfillment. You have the tools, you have the knowledge. Now it's time to act. Will tomorrow be the day you take that first step toward better mornings? Will you choose to wake up with a sense of purpose, hydration, connection, and joy? The choice is yours. You have everything you need to make today and tomorrow your healthiest day yet. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Take these habits to heart and let them shape not just your mornings, but your entire life. Remember, your best days are ahead of you, and it all starts with how you begin. Take care of yourself and start tomorrow with intention.